Here we go. Map number 2, Vertigo coming up. I don't know, Big would, I mean, they've had a little bit of a break now at least, so they can mentally try and sort of get back into it, but that white-hot pace that they were playing at on the VP side, I thought it was a great joy to watch. I think it was awesome.
I think so too. I think VP, they've adapted to the times. They were using strategies that can't be predicted in the sense that nothing was the same round after round. And so Big, completely unable to adapt their game plan to it, just getting rocked left, right, and center, not able to win any of the duels. They fought back a little bit in the second half, but yeah, Virtus.pro, they really executed hard, and they did what Dignitas should have done yesterday in the sense that they got it done. They closed it out. They didn't let Big manage to run it all the way back, and they didn't lose control of the situation. So similar strategies, different results. But here we have it, VP up 1-0 going into Vertigo, and Big ready to go crashing onto the B site.
Buster's going to be here. Some early warning. Yeah, he can't really do much other than, try and fall back, play the next angle, hope for a headshot. They're going to try and see if they can do a little bit of clever boost up here. Why not? We'll get them a bit closer. Buster's actually putting himself now in a very dangerous position. I liked it more when he was further back. Now he's all in. He can't keep falling back, and he's going to get taken right down. Kick it. That's a good return, but he's very low on health. I don't know what. Something tagged him, and he's down to 2 health. So it's going to be a bomb plant, and that already is a good sign for Big. There's that one smoke. There is a kit as well on Sanji with some flashbangs. So Big are set up pretty nicely. This could be a really difficult retake.
They need to take advantage of this smoke still being up, and now it's cleared. So when they come in through mid, it's going to be a whole bunch of bodies here. James going to find the first kill to kick things off. What a shot from Yakinder. Takes Tishin out of it as well. They're predicting everything here. It's down to Searson and Zantares, and now just Searson. Last man alive for Big. 1v4, and what was this? A flawless retake for Virtus.pro in the pistol. Big get the bomb plant, but VP get the kills.
You can't not, just love watching Yakinder play. He saw the gun barrel behind that metal beam in the far right corner, and he knew when he set up that. Like he slightly thought. I even think he probably thought, should I just try and take the shot and see if it goes through, which it wouldn't have done. So he's like, he sees it, and then he goes this swing here. That is him knowing beforehand. It's so cool. What an amazing player. Yeah, VP off to a good start here on Vertigo, winning the pistol round. Now there's more to come. Bomb is planted, so Galil's and an AK and a scout. Big are pretty heavily armed in this one. A couple of grenades landing. Yakinder could have taken way more damage, but he's pushing forward and winning that fight straight up. Tabson only has a deagle as well. The Molotov not going to help him out, so already losing 2 players and all of the map control. The only thing they can really do is go for Buster right now and hope to win that fight and get the bomb down. And I mean, like, in the next 5 seconds, or it's going to be too late.
Yeah, Jamie even spotting mid. Buster going to get that smoke down, trying to give himself some room. You're just going to be able to get wallbanged into oblivion from there. No hiding. He is gone. Tishin with another beautiful headshot. Whips around, takes down Yakinder. Giving themselves the winning advantage here, Big. Now they can have that bomb planted here on the B site. They just have to go and get it. Or they have to kill everybody. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Nicely done. Big going tit for tat with VP hitting the shots.
That's, I mean... They did go pretty quickly Big, and that wallbang shotgun on Buster was really cool, but it also felt like VP, once they had that deep control on the A ramp, they probably could have had a couple of more people towards the B bomb site, maybe a slight bit earlier. Whatever. Good. I think that's a good round for Big. That's really, really important. So it did seem like VP maybe were a tad bit slow to do that rotate, but fair enough.
Fair enough. What started off as a strong pistol round just gets traded back instantly, and now Tabson going to find his opening kill on Yakinder. That was over towards A. This is a B stack. Well, 2 mid to 2B now for VP, but oh man. Longest fight of their lives. Keto's going to find it. Zantares takes one as well, and this is shaping up to be a very strong start here from Big. All the time in the world, they're just hunting for kills at this point. Sanji's on his own. Could run into Searson in a moment here. And there it is. 2 rounds on the board now for Big.
It's got to feel pretty good. Just building that economy and not losing anyone either. VP will have to maybe invest into a couple of light pistols here, but can't be that much more than that. So, yeah, this is, again, we're just seeing it all the time now. You win the pistol, you use the follow-up round, you have to go into economy hell for a little bit. James, though, has 3,500, which is really good. Want that up on him ASAP.
Now let's say early nades again, in case anybody was going aggressive. Sanji going to back off, but this is a hard eco coming in from VP, yeah. They're just managing their economy. So, should be a pretty straightforward approach, although the spot long range, USB's coming into it. C.R.A.E going to get dinked. Has to be careful, does not want to be giving up anything. Big should be able to survive all 5 in this.
Yeah, especially with Tizian on this flank. That is almost a shame that he's doing this. I almost want him to stay hidden and never show himself in this round, just to not give it away. Is he going to try and stab him out in the open? Oh, James not going to get caught. And now, yeah, now it's personal. Now they want to try and see if they can hunt him down. They've got him locked in. So I don't think he'll make it out of this one, but listen, I appreciate that from Tizian. That made it a much more fun round. Oh, picking up another one.
Surprised, exactly. Just let C.R.A.E hunt him. Because now, yeah, you're risking AKs. This got way more expensive. I think C.R.A.E.'s close enough to save one of the AKs. Yeah, okay, he managed to get it. So they don't lose the AK at least, but they lose 2 Galils and a MAC-10. Interesting. That became way more expensive.
And got James enough kills that he could buy another couple of nades.
Yeah.
Well then.
Well played, Tizian. I mean, hey, dude, listen. I admire the try. Always go for the knife.
Listen, it was definitely worth the try. In the end, it did cost them an enormous amount, but still, we do appreciate it for the entertainment. 3-1. And James, with that freshly bought AWP, going to be taking down Tabson as the first kill here in the 5th round. It's all the way over at the A ramp. Udoh is down next. This is an absolute disaster.
Oh, the scout is up, though. C.R.A.E going to find it. Gets traded, though. Santaris we lose. C.R.A.E with the run and gun. Deagle takes down KiNK. Man advantage now. Sanji is here, and he's playing it very patiently. Going to abuse this smoke, and I love this. Oh, does he get caught? All right, there's the flash. Okay, so they're waiting for the flash, and he gets the double. Okay, nicely done. Because what I was thinking he was going to do there is just take advantage of, it's a 3v2, but as soon as that bomb is getting planted, then it's a 3v1. So just charge in and, take out C.R.A.E and take out whoever's not planting the bomb. You can just win. But
the flash setup was really awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah, same result in the end.
That worked out. So, a lot of, even if they hadn't, I think Buster got that second kill and James got the first one in that round. But the real problem for the T side is when you lose all presence on the A ramp, and the VP, they were pretty far pushed up. They weren't falling back from it, so they can still see that no one was there. Then that B defense just becomes so much more secure. Like, they can keep 2 people there, which they did. So yeah, I think the first order of business, if you're big, has to be to find a way to force them back.
Oh, that was a nice HE, wasn't it?
Follow-up might be great as well.
Yeah, Buster's there. He's going to get traded, so there's been quite a bit of action over towards the B side early on in these rounds. Buster, for once, he's just loving it. He actually gets to do things at the beginning of the round, Anders. Number of times we've watched Vertigo where it's just all A ramp every freaking round. Yeah. And the poor B anchor is just like, well, yep, I'll try and retake A for the 12th time. At least this time. A little bit of action here for Buster. He's not going to fall asleep.
Oh, yeah, no, and you're right. It sort of has to be that way a lot of the time because, again, if you don't take the A ramp on the T side, you are signaling a lot of what's coming now. They still have James pretty far up, but if he doesn't get the first shot here, James, and he just goes down immediately, then there will be no warning for the people on the other side. So James' plan has got to be get a kill, fall back, call everyone else in, win the 3 versus 4 after plant or something like that. Let's see. Not quite seeing it yet. Now he knows, and he's going to take down Santaris. Easy shot there. Not even going to fall that far back. He's going to stick around, get smoked off. That is a bit of an issue. Sanji now showing up with a kill on Tabson, and yeah, they take down James, but 20 seconds here. The bomb making its way in. Grenade goes up, but Yukindap maybe even could have kept going. Bombs being planted in the open, so C.R.A.E could have gotten sprayed down, but they did not know. A very hard after plant, or you're still for big, even if they have some help here. Oh, that's not bad.
Survives with the smoke going down. That's an impeccable smoke. He's got the lineup. Well, he's lost the lineup now. Yeah, I like that. Just checking to make sure that he's got that lineup. Tishan is there. He's going to go ahead. Tishan nearly picking up the 3rd. KiNK with 3 HP, backing off and giving up. Not going to attempt to clutch it. He's decided, I've had enough. I'm tapping out. That's it. All my friends are dead. I'm out of here.
Wow, I'm actually kind of impressed that that even worked out. It looked like VP would have maybe had a chance to do that. So That's excellent from Big's point of view.
Oh.
Wait, as soon as James gets the first kill on Centaurus coming up, I actually thought now they're really screwed.
Yeah, but James had to go and screw his smoke on. Do you see that? Like, there was a gap. There was enough of a gap there where Titian could get through and not get shot. So that was, I mean, details. Devil's in the details right now. And Big are doing to Virtus.pro what Virtus.pro did to Big on Mirage, essentially. There's powerful plays coming through here on the side of Big. And, well, let's see. VP, no, not going to keep him alive. Yakinder gets caught by Searson to kick things off. Kickert anchoring the B side with that M4. Has to be careful. Keto is definitely keeping tabs. Oh, gets spotted by Keto with the instant headshot.
Fair play. That's heads up. Buster actually getting forced down here, picking up the M4, but they will have heard him running. More people showing up to get murdered by Keto.
Who survives with 1 health.
That's all you need, someone.
It's true. It's very true, Anders. And there we go.
Not even going for the knife, Tizian. What's up?
For shame. Don't tell me you learned your lesson. You're supposed to get in there. You're supposed to wreck him.
Yeah. Call in for a flashbang and knife him when he's blind. Do something.
All right. What are we going to get here? I mean, VP have had success with the opening duels on A ramp. I mean, could just post Jane back up over there with the AWP and see if they can catch somebody from Big. Not going to be the case, though. It's going to be Jane posted up in mid this time. Well, he's going to be waiting around for a good long while.
All right. Buster not coming out on top of that spray fight. Kickert also walking into a grenade over there. So the beat defense is a little bit beat up. But I really like this double mid setup because it is so dynamic, right? It's practically having 4 people at B. Yakinder's a little bit far back on the A side. That's where I would have probably rather had James be over there like he was the previous round with the AWP so that he can sort of, you know, snipe someone and fall back. Ooh, and Sanji goes down. They're still going to rotate James over to the A-bomb side, which is interesting. Yeah, they feel something coming here.
Flash trying to create some room here. There it is. Misses the flick. Takes a lot of damage in that, but Yakinder now perfectly capable of holding his own and barreling forward. Gets a second kill through the molly he runs. That was sick. What? That's how it's done.
How does Centaurus not win that fight? Oh, man.
Centaurus is going to be tilting into oblivion.
40 seconds now. Everyone has shown up. The bomb, well, not even being planted. Yakinder's back for more. 3rd kill in the round for him. And Tizian and Keto, the only ones left to try and bring this back here. Now it's a 2-on-2 admittedly. 27 seconds. They have the bomb. The problem with running back, again, like, I mean, they can still walk for a long while, but eventually they're going to have to start to make a little bit of noise here. And they might be far enough away in time, yeah. So, yeah, I think Buster, he hears it, and he still can't get there, so... Bold move from Big, but it's paying off right now. They're going to get the bomb planted. There are no more grenades on anyone left at all.
Talk about cutting it close.
It's in 1 health, 1 second. It's all you need.
Seriously. And now Buster. He's worried. They were worried. James is worried about a lurk on A as well. Did the guy move solo? Do we have to worry about a flank? This is nightmare fuel for VP.
They're not going to go for it.
Yeah, they aren't even going for it. What a play from Big. 6 rounds on the board. We're about to have here for Big.
That's really cool. Some good stuff being brought out.
And that's after heroics, you know, the play from Yakinder, man.
Well, that's also, I mean, I don't know. There's so many different ways to think about it because if you contrast the way, like a 6-2 lead is pretty good for Big, but it's not really in the style of what VP were bringing into Mirage, right? Like some of these rounds are very, very close. Like just, you know, one little mistake here. And also some pretty big mistakes. I think Yakinder should have never been able to get this kill. It's so outrageous that he's actually able to pick this one up. And he ends up with a triple on that bomb side. Remember, it was just him and... for a while, it was just Yakinder, and then James sort of showed up. So Big had every chance to win the round outright on that bomb side. So 6-2 is good, but I still feel like, you know, it's a bit shaky.
Oh, it's way too close for comfort right now for VP, especially after Mirage and how things were going there. To see them struggle this much. Oh my. The timing for Searson. The boost up here from Xantares. He's been spotted though. Well, I'm not surprised he's been lost. He's still going to charge forward, looking for the fight, and he's going to get it. Buster takes a bullet to the face. And so Xantares now finally getting some confidence here on his side, looking for these aggressive duels. James gets tagged, and right on the edge of the smoke, Xantares is going to find a headshot on Yakinder, just chasing VP back. VP cannot get anything going for them here on this CT side. One after the other, they fall.
It's absent on the outside of the building, just getting those shots. Xantares going, I don't even mind that he kept pushing. I want to see Xantares play his way into this game. And those fights right there, especially the first one, he knew he'd been spotted coming up, and he just said, that doesn't matter. Like, I am going to... And it's actually very important when you're playing that entry role. The problem is, if Xantares gets up there, and he just, stands still to take that fight, and it's like, oh, he's going to surely peek behind out of the box at some point, his entire team have to stand still behind him, and like there's no space being created. When he runs in like this, he's allowing for like, the whole angle behind him to open up, and his team can join him. So I just love everything about this round from Xantares, and it's one of the things we've seen not nearly enough in this game so far against VP. Xantares has been not active enough and not had enough of an impact, so they're going to need him right here. Tizian though playing well in this game. In spite of the hilariously failed knife attempt earlier, he's 10-3.
He is doing, yeah. He is definitely woken up. Everybody here so far on Big, I mean, it's a completely revitalized team. If you look at how things started out on Mirage versus how they are now, I mean, they ended the first half with this many kills, Big, on Mirage across the board for themselves. Here, it's like, hey, we're getting Tizian in double digits. Xantares is starting to get into the mix a little bit here. It's starting to look up. At 4 rounds in a row for Big. And a real dicey situation here for VP as they just cannot seem to get any money going their way. It's going to be the half buy coming in from Virtus.pro. And, well, Big continue to play aggressively. They've not really been given a reason to stop.
I think that is the real big difference here is that now finally for VP, the money has really been wrecked for them. They haven't been saving any of the guns or anything. Like previously, at least they would make it out with like the AWP and an M4 somewhere. But yeah, they're in some trouble. Deep nade on Buster and with no armor. That is almost a death sentence. 7-2. This forward push, while if it was in a rifle round, would be really devastating. In this round, not so much. I don't think Big really worry, even if they get funneled into this bomb site. I think they have all of the grenades to deal with it. So yeah, here we go. That's a lot of nades, a lot of Molotovs. Just all over the bomb site. Entire bomb site's on fire.
Yeah, full execute. They woke up, and they knew what their favorite smell would be.
And they know that there's a flank coming as well. Yeah, Big are they're well aware. Searson behind that little electric generator.
Yeah, just in case you're wondering if this is your first match of CSGO, you get to witness. We get to see the outlines of players through the walls. The players do not. And so when they get these flanks dialed in, it's not because they can see anybody through the walls. It's all game sense. It's all game sense. It's all timing. And they're just that good.
Yeah. It's really frustrating for me whenever I go back and I, happen to find some time to play matchmaking. And I'm so used to watching the game in this fashion. So I'm like, oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah. But it's also worth taking the time right now, guys, because we have more best of threes coming up. This is our first best of 3 of the day in the upper bracket. But follow the stream. Follow the channel. If you are watching,
Fnatic and MIBR later.
Fnatic, MIBR, and well, plenty more coming up for the rest of this week. If you want to know when we're going live, if you're just watching, be sure to follow the stream. You guys will be in on it.
8-2. Big winning that round. VP back with a bye here.
Whoever that lands on is going to be pissed.
Throwing flashbangs to the pedestrians down. It's a wild time. All right, quick Molotov here. Oh, yeah, okay. Fair play. I actually thought he was facing the other way. Temporarily confused. But yeah, the wallbang as well. The follow-up there, so if people get caught in it, not only are they on fire, but they get slowed down. Very frustrating. Yakinder, oh, he's so far out in the open. If he gets caught making that little journey, he's in trouble. He's already got a smoke in hand, I think. Oh, he's going to be Molotoving that, but yeah, there's the smoke. Grenade to follow it up. Yakinder comes right out, and they don't even check for it. Oh, man, that is some confusion. They still win the fight, 2-on-3 now, but I'm so weirded out by how that played.
Nicely done. The punish coming in here from KiNK. Best chance they've had so far, VP. Until you get that nade on C.R.A.E, he is gone out of the picture. It's a 2-on-2. Tejada, man's been hitting all of his shots, and he is in position to take point. As soon as this smoke clears, it's going to be him versus Buster. Who is quicker? Who is fast? Flash over the top, and that is just so unfortunate for Buster. Didn't see what hit him.
That works very, very well. I mean, that's actually very smart from Tizian, right? He's expecting that they will flash through the smoke. So he's saying, well, if you're flashing through the smoke, you're probably throwing that, flashbang not right in front of it, but, just a little bit further in.
Yep.
So flashbang does nothing. Buster comes running through with his back turned, and it's all just good. This is the part that I was so confused about Udoh, because he'd thrown the Molotov. Did you not see that it was put out? I don't know. There's a lot of things going on there that I wasn't. Maybe we'll never know.
Yeah, you get that, where it's the teammate that puts the smoke out. Could have been games. Ooh, nicely done, though. Ukinder finally. He has all of the team there, all four, ready for big. Xanterra is going to catch Sanji pushing. So we're back into a 4-on-4, and now Tejada is going to catch him on the rotate. This is getting nasty. KiNK, though, going to catch Tejada. It's back into a 3-on-3.
Yeah, but James, no one spotted him. He's back here. If they assume that he was part of that push over at the B bomb site, and he could just lurk around. The bomb is being planted, and James is still waiting. Now they're walking up behind him. They are actually checking for it, but Tabson's still going down. C.R.A.E with a bit of a follow-up, and man, if James would have also somehow landed that long-range shot on C.R.A.E, that would have been really awkward. Now Buster, he does have a Molotov. If you can make it a one-on-one, there's a chance here, but it's going to have to be really quick.
Oh, unfortunately, unreal. C.R.A.E misses the shot with the op, and then he gets the headshot with the deagle. There's no beating him right now. 10-2 in favor of Big right now on the T side. A completely revitalized team. They are in total control. And it's kind of outrageous that VP, after Mirage going so strong on Mirage, they are just getting absolutely demolished here. How? How is that even possible? So weird.
Yeah, I mean, on the one hand, it could be hard to keep up that level that they were playing at. Oh, comedy nade. But I mean, it could be hard for VP to keep up that level. And again, Big, I'm sure we're sort of walking out of that feeling like, all right, clearly we do not have the focus that we needed. So yeah, probably just a little bit of both. C.R.A.E trying to repeat the last round. Looked like he got stuck on the wall, and I don't know how.
Yeah, that was weird.
Or he just gave up on life.
Just accepted what's going to happen. Nice shots.
That's incredible.
It is just standard that at some point somebody's going to have to win a round with pistols like this.
Well, Tizian, it's been the main engine here for them on this map. Trying to sprint it, it gets the headshot through the smoke. And it's back into a 2-on-2, though. James has just shown up with the AWP. Tizian's very, very low on health, so looks like they're going to try and maybe run boost their way in. Running right into the crosshair. It almost looked like that they were just feeding James at that point in time. And there's a flank coming in from Ukinder. He double scopes just to make absolutely sure that he was not going to miss that kill. I appreciate that nice shot from Tizian. Man, he's a god in this game. 17-4. Can he get the last shot on James? 35 seconds here. Needs another bullet for the quad kill, or maybe two, actually. Sneaking around on the outside. Just do not fall off the building, whatever you do.
Jump.
It would be epic if he did it, but it is a huge risk. He's backing off 20 seconds. He's going to make some noise, actually. And surely, yeah, James going to take up position, walking a little bit further forward. Tizian has got the right idea, though. He knows he could be there. Aiming for it right here. Oh, it's going to come down to a split second for James. He has to hit the shot instantly. It's right over, and there's Tizian! Oh, my God. Quad kill for him. Bringing it back. That was a 2-on-4 that he just won for his team.
So sick. Redemption time for Tizian. After Mirage, he is doing everything here. That was such a great description. The main driver, the engine behind Big's offense here. He has just been opening up everything, creating so many opportunities, and then just locking it down. Cool as could be. That's just an excellent round from Tizian. And, well, that's 11-2 in the first half here for Big. Again, with the aggression here, VP hoping to slow them down. Xanterra is going to die, and there it is, the follow-up. Buster doing a fantastic job. 3 kills for Buster. Looking for the quad. Not quite going to find it, though, but that bomb has been dropped right in front of him, and now this gets to turn into the shooting gallery.
That is an absolutely outrageous display from Buster. He's all in on that play. You can even tell he's not thinking about falling back because he kind of knows that's not going to happen. Tizian and Tabson now. 2 versus 5. Made it a 2-on-4. They know there's a flank coming, and KiNK's got to be careful he doesn't do this way too early so that they just read it. Although his time, yeah. Again, he's such a smart player. This is so good. You've got a 3-man defense on the other side. Why, why give them another kill before they get into the bomb site? There's Tizian with 1 tapping through. Actually, could have maybe worked out. And yep, they know about the flank as well. Tizian just continuing. What is it going to take him down right now? He's looking for it. He's got a triple. Last time was a quad kill for the clutch. Oh, and he actually had the right idea, but now taps in. He should have been dead already, but James missed the shot. I can't believe it. KiNK coming in as well, trying to go for it. They count to 3. And they just overwhelm him. Man, hard round to win for VP in spite of it being a 2-on-5.
And well, that was despite Tizian's best efforts. 7 kills in 2 rounds, Sanders. And we're not even done with the half. There's going to be another chance here for Tizian to extend that, to just keep wreaking havoc. VP, they survive with both AWPs. Buster with the heroic effort at the start here to slow things down, to stop Big. 3 kills. And it still goes down to a clutch. Yeah, nicely done there from VP. So 3 rounds on the CT side. Best case scenario now for Virtus.pro is that they get 4 in this first half. Big fully bought up. Virtus.pro pretty much fully bought up. Senji has to go for a FAMAS. But the firepower is here, and so now we got to see. VP, can they salvage something here? Can they end strong?
James taking a bit of damage, I think, from a grenade thrown over the wall there in middle. Deep nade on the box as well. Looked cool, didn't do that much, but... Again, they're leaving this A-bomb site defended by 1 person. This theoretically should be a pretty dangerous setup if Big have done the research, if they're watching the demos and they know. But they're not seeing anyone in middle VP, so now they just rotate everyone back. And now it should be working out. Deep smoke, they're going to go actually take a look at the ramp here. Really forward defense from VP. It's all or nothing. If they don't win this fight, and yeah, they run right into just a firing squad on that side. And that's a problem here. A 15th round, so they're going to have to go for it, VP, but yeah, that was probably the worst timing they could have had to go and check that ramp.
Yeah, it was just a second too late. Flash was ineffective. Taps ate that HE. But James gets traded back equal amounts of damage, and they are both very low. Man advantage still for Big. Bomb getting planted, and now the clock is ticking on Virtus.pro. They have 2 smokes to work with, so that's actually fairly nice. Could try and look to exactly get this smoke down to block off ramp and give a little room here to maneuver with.
Yeah, but the bomb is not planted default, so that smoke, I mean, it still does something, but not what they really would love, which is for it to also block the bomb. We're going to find Tabson. Tizian is still alive, and that has proven to be a real problem so far here on the map. Centauris going down next, still a 2-on-2. They do have a kid, but Searson walking right out, and I don't think Buster could have seen that. I think he might have been scoped up looking at something else. 12-3 at the end of the half. It's not quite the 13-2 that VP had on the first half of Mirage, but it's, in terms of revenge, it's pretty high up there. And Tizian ending the half at 22-5. What a god. I want to see him continue doing this into the second half. That's coming up after the break.
Nice, boys.
He said to himself, I'm going all in. I'm just putting school aside, every plans that I have. And that's the person he is. When he wants something, he goes for it and hope for the best. Just giving it all.
For me, an in-game leader is just as important as a star player, and they both need each other really. The most important thing of a leader in Counter-Strike is just someone to look at and just be like, yeah, we're gonna do this and it's gonna work. maybe it's completely the wrong tactic, but if you believe enough in it and you do it well, then it can always work. And that, for me, is the most important thing of having a leader.
If you go and look at the case of Bentek coming from Indonesia, there's basically no reason actually as to why a player would make it from there. The fact that he basically even got to become someone that Westerners would know and want to recruit, I think it's one of the most unlikely stories probably in Counter-Strike history.
Adam's strengths has always been that no matter what, he doesn't really give in. He is never the one to kind of admit that someone's better than him. The mindset for him is that he's better than everyone else and he wants to go and prove it.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 12-3, and we're moving into the second half, second map here at Flashpoint between Virtus.pro and the Big. And we've got some sort of strange role reversal going on. Suddenly it's Big that are in the driver's seat here. I think their win wasn't, it didn't look nearly as dominant, but in terms of actual rounds, it was. So who cares? What if some of those rounds were close 2-on-2s? I don't think Big care. I don't think VP are going to care either. Right now, they're just struggling.
VP just want to get this map over with already so that they can move on to the next one. They're like, all right. I mean, you could put a fight up here. You could try and battle back. Of course, that's what Big did on Mirage. Made it a little bit closer. But this has been such a dominant first half for Big that life is going to be very difficult indeed for VP. So let's see. VP already not quite going to be peaking. It is actually going to be a very early attempt at taking over B. Pretty much exactly the strategy that we saw from Big.
You're absolutely right. It is very, very similar in nature. And so a lot of this will come down to whether or not Kido can hit at least one shot and stay alive, or two and die. I think those are the options. If anything outside of that, and it's not going to end well. Kido, he's up close. They're not quite checking it. Shooting blind, he's going to get that one. Nearly could have had the double, but they will also take down Tabson in the meantime, and the rest of them are at the bombs are miles away. So bomb is going to be planted, and they're going to have plenty of time to hide on that bomb site. In fact, KiNK is making sure there are no flanks. So they actually know everything that's coming here. You KiNK with a good kill. Going to try and follow it up, and it'll just be Tizian left. And this time, there's no tricks up his sleeve. He'll go down. VP with just a nicely executed round.
Yeah, the raid boss Tizian has been laid low. VP have collected the loot of a one pistol round. And, well, the fight continues. We shall see now, VP. Are they capable of running it all the way back? Big are going for the force buy this round. Okay, then. That's just a tough one for, man, who was it that was hard holding on that side at the beginning?
Kido.
Yeah, it was Kido. Where you're crouched behind that box like that, you can't see the number of nades coming in.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I guess you're getting flashed, and then it happens very quickly, but you're losing that split-second reaction. Whoa, wall bangs. Both sides taking a bit of damage here.
It's cool that they're trying all these nades. I wish they would have done more damage. I feel like they had the right idea on the Big side there. You KiNK looked like he took it very personally every time they threw grenades. He was just firing back bullets at them. But
Xantares just ate one.
Yeah. There are 4 people at the A-bomb side, so they have some presence here. Tabson, he's close enough with that P250 right. 1 bullet headshots here, even if they have head armor. So he's got the right idea. He's going to be charging through, but they are so well prepared. Nice job on Sanji.
All the angles watched. That was really clean. So now, Searson. We've seen what this Mad Lad is capable of. Eats that flash, though, and so he's not going to see a damn thing. And his teammates are all going to die horrible deaths. Tizian, I mean, still, it feels like this guy's always going to get at least 1 kill. He is so consistent right now on this map.
Oh, a little bit of... Oh!
Nice!
What a trick. Are they going to try it again? Searson, has he got the angle? He does more damage. No, he's just... Well, he's going to make it into Kido's deagle. Now it's a 2-on-2. It's very fun, isn't it? James, easy shot there. Don't know why it took so long. Buster will follow up with that one. It's almost like he's checking for bullet holes in that box.
Yeah, I think he was looking for the pistol.
What's going on? All right.
He's looking for that dig.
VP will still win the round, so fair play.
Yeah, that was solid. But Searson with the clever stuff. Always love to see those wall bangs, especially on the default lineups. It's like you should really have all of the nades and some wall bangs lined up on all the default plants on all these maps. Because it's just, you know, if they're always going to plant there, then you should figure out to have, you know, just have a couple of things that can be really annoying to punish that. It is going to be a 5th round on the board for VP. Big. This time around, just pistols and nades, not full buying, saving some money for the next round. To be expected.
Yeah, this is all pretty much, you know, the calm before the storm. You have to assume that Big are also going to be fairly well prepared for the CT side. Although, again, I mean...
This isn't their map. This is VP's map.
It is VP's map. But we got a little bit of a taste of how much Big actually were able to run it back on Mirage. Like, it wasn't ever that they were going to really make the overtime or anything, but it was enough that, you know, it was a 13-2 first half, and they still, you know, made a little bit of a fight out of it. So 12-3 here. You win the pistol round. You will win the following 3 rounds. You get to 12-6. That can be run back if you're a VP, right? And you can start to add that up. Some good kills coming out in their favor here. James checking the grenade.
Yeah.
Listen, he's just being thorough, isn't he?
That's a very nice take. This is as clean as it gets. Very nicely done. Going to get a 6th round on the board here for Virtus.pro and Tijan. Oh, there's the whole lot he can hope to do here. If you can catch one of those AKs out, that would be brilliant, but they're all playing it safe, and they're all in positions where, I mean, there's no need to push. There's no need to push this Buster. All right, Buster's going to spot him right on the edge. Had the angle. All right, let's see.
Yeah, now is the first sort of real test here. Because this is where the game gets so interesting. If VP win this round, then, you know, they can go from being like 12-3 to 12-8.
Yeah.
Without Big having a lot to say about it. I mean, this is one of the few rounds where they do have something. And 12-8 is still like it's still a good lead for Big. They're still probably going to be like, all right, yeah, we still have a little bit of a buffer. But at that point, it's certainly a game once again. So this round could be real interesting. Nice find. Buster actually making himself very hard to find there. Tizian has got oh, he's got some backup over here. I was about to say he's got none, but there was some Keto behind him. I was a bit worried about him pushing up on his own like that, but yeah, now they're just limiting the map control a lot for VP. Santaris won that fight. Bit of an off angle, and they're being very aggressive here. Now they should stop being aggressive though. They're still winning that fight, and they might win the follow-up, but I think that probably would have been better. Tabs him with a nice triple though, but it's a bit worried that they were out in the open swinging for that particular fight.
Yeah, this is crazy though. But if those guys who anchor A are going to start waking up, life is going to get real difficult for VP for the next few rounds. It's like they ran into Tijan, figured out where Tijan was, like crap. I get away from this dude. Go to the other side.
Yeah, and you know, it's true, and I was mentioning Santaris earlier as being one of the players they needed to do a lot. And I mean, he's up there at 16-12. He's the second in place for behind Tizian, who's 25-8. So I mean, that's ridiculous. But
Tijan is having a bit of a crazy map, though. To be fair.
Nice nade. Oh, he saw that. Yakindai really wants to go for it. Nearly takes the face off of Searson up there. No money in the bank after this for VP. If they fail this round, I don't think any kind of a comeback is going to be possible. So, oh, did they see that? They did. Oh, he still wins it. That is remarkable. I don't know why. I mean, he might be dead anyway here because no, he's going to find Buster anyway. And Buster had all of the information. Finally, they take him down, but that was really odd.
And in the meantime...
What?
Oh,
Tizian just went for a dive. You know why?
What did he do?
What have you done?
All right, hold on. We got to see this. There's still Santaris. Oh, Santaris saves it. Santaris with the double kill just saved that round. And VP have got to be wondering themselves, what the hell is going on over there? But Tizian, I mean, we're going to see what happened. That's too much.
There was no one near him, I think. There was like no tease that he was even trying to... I don't even know.
Maybe he was looking at a teammate's screen for a second there to see the line. That's what can happen. I mean, Big's advantage is that they are playing out of their office, out of their headquarters.
All right. All right. Let's see.
Yeah. Oops.
Listen, he did also do the cardinal sin as he was, you know, taking a step back. He's like, look down. That's the first thing. Don't look down, right?
But dude, that's I mean, think about how nerve-wracking it is to anchor B, where it's like being surrounded by lava or something. You just can't. One false step, Anders.
They do have a railing up there. You can not climb the railing if you know. Just saying.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh! He nearly does it again. That's a very cool spot. I haven't seen that before.
That's sick.
It's all obviously also risky, especially now, because now he is playing alone, whereas before he at least had someone with him. Santaris going to get overrun. A little bit of a lineup there. Searson falling back. He's so confident and would have nearly got that kill on Sanji. I think it's still fine. Sanji's picked up an AK, but not much he could do with it. Tabson will find him, and that will be a 15th round for Big to the 6 of VP. Yeah, we're definitely going to see that third map.
Yeah.
Which is good news.
It's overpass too, which is going to be fun. That's going to put a lot of pressure on Jame, just because it feels like VP have not got their overpass dialed in right now. It's still a bit touch and go. When we see them do well, it feels like a lot of that is riding on Jame and his individual performance.
If I could see the Jame of Mirage on overpass, I'm going to be quite happy. Yakinda's playing well all the time now. He's just always good. Oh,
Yeah.
Grenade! That's a really good grenade.
Very curious though. Let's see. Big step. Tabson gets peeked, and this is going to be the big line. Tishin 1-for-1. Keto setting it up, and Tabson with a quick rotate. Man advantage going into the retake now for Big. Tabson's got to be careful though. Yakinder's able to get down without making noise, and now he's going to have to worry about the flank coming in. And Yakinder losing the duel. Anders, you cursed him?
I know. It's terrible. He's still 17 and 19, so still think he's doing a pretty good job. Tabson also put up a Molotov to stop Buster from putting the bomb down when all of this was happening, so that just bought all the time in the world. And yeah, Buster can't really do anything here. I mean, he can hope for a big mistake, but other than that, short of that, they're just going to wait him out. And as soon as he goes for the bomb plant, it's going to be bad. Might as well do it now, Buster, because, you know, soon there'll be 10 seconds left and then you can't even fake it. So he's waiting and he's hoping, praying that someone's going to give him a chance here to at least make it a 1-on-2. And they're not that friendly, are they? So yeah, a lot of restraint here, which is what you'd want to see. And Buster being forced to just keep moving up, keep trying to do it. And with the health that he has, there is just absolutely no way. And now pushed up behind him, Searson as well. But it'll be Santaris to take him down 16-6 as Big will push us onto a third map. And that will be on overpass here. So we're going to find a way to decide this series one way or another. But yeah, what a comeback for Big in the series. That's really important.
It's so important. It's so crucial. It also goes to show just how good they are. What's up, Villian?
Background with the
Media
camera.
man for Big. Baller, ex-media man for Room on Fire back in the day.
We are going to go to a break, and when we come back, we'll hit the desk of the third map. So stay tuned.
A role reversal here on the heights of Vertigo as Big come back swinging to fight out Virtus.pro 16-6. Guys, those motivational words that we heard from Tabson definitely did their work coming into this. We're going to be going to a third and it will be Overpass. But what were your key takeaways from Big's performance coming into that map?
Oh man, a lot of bamboozling, we gotta say, right? I mean, both teams winning on each other's map picks. Not only that, Sanji carrying on the first map, and on this map, it's Tizian carrying for the Big side. Both support players absolutely showing up here today, but man, I gotta say, for Virtus.pro side, there were several moments where I thought, man, Yukinder, he absolutely deserved the second kill there. You saw him with the workings, trying to dissect Big's attacks, and he had opportunities to have those multi-kill, huge playmaking rounds, but man, Big, too strong. Trades are too strong.
Yeah, we just look back to that first half of ending rather 12-3 in Big's favor. Very similar scoreline to what we saw on that first map of Mirage, but completely swapped sides again. So where was it that you were looking at Virtus.pro struggling on that CT side?
I think Virtus.pro had a really rough time reading what Big were doing in the mid-round, because Big were doing a great job early on just taking a little bit of ramp space, or at least making VP think they had that ramp space, but they consistently either just grouped up there and it did a pretty standard A hit, or they peeled off. And I think that's kind of what the modern meta of the T side of Vertigo is, that you need to just take a little bit of ramp space, pressure the opposing team to try to take that space back from you, and either you're there waiting, ready to catch them as they try to make an aggressive play, or you're already there on the B side. So the manipulation of rotations from the side of Big were just excellently done, and I gotta give a huge shout out to Tizian because he did a great job in those late rounds.
Yeah, let's carry on by talking about Tizian in this conversation. I believe we have a highlights package to illustrate just how instrumental he was in that map. And as you said, Potter, you know, it's not necessarily a player that we always look to step up for, more of a supportive role in this team. So where did you see the key impact being for him?
Look at these frags, you know, this is not a support player type of frags. The amount of headshots, the amount of multi-kills, the amount of confidence coming out of Tizian. And you know, Freya, all those DreamHack tests that you and I did, we always talk about this, right? When Tizian starts heating up Big, they start turning it into another gear. Tizian does not back down, and he is completely the space maker. Not only that, but he's the support player. So when he's popping off and having games like this, it just, everything else easily falls into place for the Big side, and that's kind of what you saw here.
Yeah, and I think it was interesting that we were sort of speaking about Sirison maybe going into this. Tizian, not the man we would have expected Maui to be coming out in full force in this map.
Right, Tizian is kind of a relic of an older meta, I would say, where usually it's like your late round player before, like think of Cold Zera, your closer, how he needs to be so clutch, needs to just bail them out around. That's what Tizian was for Big today, and they do not make the game plan around Tizian whatsoever. It's all about Sirison, it's all about Xanters, so when Tizian's able to pop off like that, that's just an added win condition for Big that really no one game plans for.
Yeah, I want to go back to what you were talking about with the A ramp control as well. Before coming into this map, you were saying, obviously, as we know, a very hot area of contention on Vertigo. So where were your key takeaways actually looking at what was displayed from both sides?
You know, I gotta go back to Yukinder once again, because I was highlighting and complimenting his prowess towards that A ramp. There were at least 2 rounds where he was towards that sandbag or towards that short A, and he was good for 1. He should have been good for 2, but man, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was Big's timings that threw him off just a little bit, but that spray control that we love about this young superstar in the making, it wasn't as deadly as I think Yukinder would have wanted it to be. So that was kind of VP's falling. What was the fact that they didn't find the early dominance towards that A ramp, so it gave Big a lot of freedom to start poking and prodding a little bit more. There were even times where Big were just able to contact it and run straight out short A and just get the bomb down.
Yeah, and I think momentum is something that is so important. We were listening into the comms there when Big were getting that first streak of rounds. They were just feeling hyped within themselves, and that's the Big that we're more used to seeing when they enter the server.
Yeah, after every single one of those Tizian clutches, they were just ecstatic. They were so happy to see that. And after a while, we weren't listening to the VP comms, but it's just going to slowly break them down. Seeing Tizian win a 2v4, seeing him win another 2v2. I know at least in 4 rounds, he was in late round situations and just popped off with multi-frag. So he did a really good job for them, and the big camp was just... it was all smiles, I'm sure.
Well, of course, Big have pushed it to our third and final decider map. It will be coming in the form of Overpass, and Yuumi has a moment that he wants to be breaking down ahead of this one.
So I feel like we talk about Yukinder a lot, and this map is not going to be any different. You could see on their CT side in the Mad Lions game, they had Jame over towards Long, Yukinder holding down Connector, which is just such a strong position to hold as a CT side because it prevents those long rotations or those late rotations from the T side. As soon as they start collapsing on the B bomb site for the Mad Lions side, Yukinder's just going to get proactive, find a kill over towards short, and the important thing to note here is just how much freedom Yukinder has to rotate around the map, kind of how he feels out the rounds. This is what makes him such an incredible X factor for the side. You can see he starts here, he ends up on short, and eventually what's going to end up happening is that Mad Lions slow it down, and they're going to end up going towards that A bomb site, and Yukinder's the first one to get it to the scene. He finishes the round with a 4K, and he just has that flexibility to be anywhere on the bomb site, anywhere on the map, and I think he's going to be a pivotal piece for what is to come for Overpass. Back to the desk.
Thank you very much, Yuumi. I love that we're bringing up the topic of Yukinder here as well, because he was a topic of conversation we were talking about in the pre-show for this very match. Again, not showing up in full force maybe on Vertigo. So what are your expectations of him coming into this third map?
I just love that Yuumi brought that Connector example to the telestration, because I think that is their most powerful setup on the CT side. I think when he is working in tandem with Buster, because Buster's usually prodding that short position, that water position, and then Buster's in the connector, if they're able to pinch people in water, it's just a death sentence. You're basically going into the VP blender at that point, and that's exactly what VP want. If Big go for that control towards that space, you better know that it's lights out at that point. So Big need to have really done their homework if they want to take over that vital water space, because Yukinder, he can just rip your head right off if you're anywhere near him.
Yeah, I think that's something as well that when we speak about Big, we know that they do their homework, right? Yes. Coming into a matchup, they're one of the teams that prepped so much. It was one of their successes when we saw them making that peak over the summer. Whenever I spoke to players, it was saying we are anti-stratting literally every single one of our opponents. Of course, that isn't sustainable for the long term. That's why they stopped doing it. But I'm wondering your expectations coming into this map of what exactly we're going to be seeing out of Big.
I think you hit it right on the money, Freya. But the fact is Big usually don't play to their opponent's strength, right? So although Yukinder, he's going to have a great time on Overpass. We've already seen the beginnings of it. His superstar, freedom, loosey-goosey connector, it's the perfect scenario for him. But I don't think Big are going to give Yukinder the types of duels that he's looking for. Big are really good at making their opponents as uncomfortable as possible. We've seen some cheeky utility usage coming out on Overpass specifically. So many nice nades and Molotov plays coming out towards that B. That's going to make Yukinder really, really sweaty. He's not going to know exactly where the hit's going to be coming at all times. So Big, they're really good at that. I don't think Yukinder's going to find the types of looks that he's looking for.
Well, I believe we can take a look at some of the stats that we have recently for both of our teams on this third and final map of Overpass. Of course, starting with the CT side here. Are there any interesting numbers that you guys want to be picking up from this one?
That utility ADR, though.
I think the 4v5 conversion for VP is really high, 42% of the time. So even if you lose the first pick, you're coming into a lot of those rounds regardless. That's pretty impressive, and I'd say a lot of that is due to James' clutch factor with the op, and also the fact that Yukinder can just blow things up at that connector door. I think that is something to look out for, that how does VP respond when they do lose the opening pick, because I know Sursen's going to be finding some openings in this map.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting point to bring up, because it was in your podcast, right, that Yukinder was talking about it. Sometimes they don't mind being in those situations, actually losing a player just to get that information sometimes. So it kind of goes along with the stat line that we're seeing there.
Yeah. The fact that they just want more info, and they know how to get that info in ways that at least they're comfortable with. They don't even always look the safest, but the skill on VP actually allows them to just make solo aggressive plays at times. But that's where it's scary too, because Big, they're usually pretty good at trading, but actually on this one, 19.2 is not terrible, but actually I'm surprised it's VP who's better at trading on this map on T side.
Yeah, a bit of a surprise indeed. And then speaking of the big side of life, is there a particular player that you guys are looking towards? Of course, we sort of pinned up your Kinder there from that VP side. Anybody that you're going to be paying particular attention to, Christine?
Ooh, I guess it's got to be Xantares, just because he's the superstar. He's got the aim, the best aim that I think he has in this tournament, and he's been quiet. First map he was quiet, second map even he was quiet. I don't know that overpass is actually Xantares' strong point here either, so I'm not sure exactly what to expect coming out of him for this map, so maybe it'll have to be Searson that really steps up here.
I'll say that Xantares, on one of the hits that Big like to do towards B, when he flies out Monster, he is the deadliest player I have ever seen in that particular position. Maybe on a CT side, he leaves a little bit to be desired at times, but on their execs, when he is out there flying with the proper utility to support him, he actually just tears open that B bomb site. So Kicker, he's got to be on the lookout because he's that monster player, so they're going to be clashing head-to-head a lot.
They will be indeed. Of course, we haven't seen Big playing Overpass here at Flashpoint 2 just yet, so a lot of questions coming into this one. And I believe we can begin